Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Thank you for joining me for our final episode of Let's Play Wrestling GM. We've had 10 good episodes here now, well, 9, and this will be the 10th good episode, as we lead into our second and last pay-per-view of our small little Joshi Purorisu Federation, JPF, trying to take them to some kind of stardom, trying to build up our wrestlers. I think we built up 2 pretty good pay-per-view stories, and we're well on our way to conclude and hopefully have the best show of the lineup. That's kind of the plan here. We're going to throw all the stops out to really see if we can get the best show we can. This entire series, as it's concluding, could not be possible without the support of the creators of the game, Sicko Games, who have sponsored this entire video series. So special thanks to them for bringing it to the channel and allowing people to see this kind of neat little wrestling booking game on mobile. It's always nice to see some new innovation in the market, and especially seeing something like that on mobile is always really cool. If you like what you see, there is a link in the description below to start playing right away, as well as a link to their subreddit, which is available, that you can start chatting with friends and fans of the game to kind of get a handle on the community. Definitely check it out. But now it's time to check out our next pay-per-view. So, our feuds are looking good. I was hoping May would be hotter, but it is what it is. The Banshee and Hydra story, though, is boiling right now. Just really doing very well. We could be cooking with this temperature at this point. So that is great. May's and Leia's is not bad either, but obviously we kind of wanted it at being at a hotter level. Thankfully, though, we generally booked them all correctly. This last episode gave everyone a rest, and now while we do have some people kind of lower on the fatigue scale, they're not bad. We had some people that were at 1s and stuff like that, and generally they've rebounded. I mean, even just after one day of just doing promos, May went from like a 1 to actually being like 2/3 of her bar being back. So they sprung up pretty nicely. I think we could pretty much go all out in the show and not have to worry about it. And that is exactly what we are going to do. It's 120 minutes, so we got to do some bigger stories. And I think we're going to start it off with a ladder match. This would be, if we were continuing the series, a ladder match for like the number 1 contendership of the Speed Championship. So it would be a lot of our openers and mid-carders, giving them an opportunity to shine, have a match, and have some opportunities to really show their stuff. There are people that are probably not going to be in matches normally. Who's Jasmine's? Kita. Okay, so just making sure I don't accidentally put somebody in there. We're going to give Takano a big win here in a pretty nice 17-minute opener. She's going to get out there. She's going to retrieve the item. And she would, if we were to continue the series, be the next challenger for the Speed title in the Open. So that's a good start. We will actually also have her celebrate. She's been kind of crapped on by us in terms of booking, so this is sort of a way to give her a little bit of an opportunity as a bit of a rebound, and have a nice long celebration after the fact. And we now have we're going to go into the Speed Championship of a best of 3 match. Low prestige, low intensity, which I'm kind of surprised by. But that is, I guess, how it's set. Oh, I set for regular match, right? Brawl. Oh, that's the type. Okay, yeah. We could do last 10 man standing. That's a little bit more intense, but I think best of 3 makes the most sense. Because that is how the story is building up. We have Leia wanting to definitively fight May. They've tied him repeatedly. It will be for the title. May will retain. So we can do 2-1 or 2-0. We're going to do 2-1. Actually, that would be 3-0. Wouldn't it be? No, it would be 2-0. Would be right. So 2-1 is where we will do it. 26 minutes. It's a longer match. May will win and retain and definitively move on from having to face Leia. And that will lead into a challenge. As after the fact, after she wins, Takano does not take any opportunity to not show up and just say, hey, with this briefcase, you know I am now the champion. I'm now the challenger to your belt. So that is one feud down completely. It builds that up nicely. The next one would be, where do we want this on the card? Okay, let's look at our feud. Look at what we got. I think the next feud, I feel like Banshee and Hydra got to go on co-main event to Tano. I feel like the next one would be Jasmine and Kita. So let's go wild with this last show and let's give them something crazy. Jasmine's a crazy person. So actually, let's have her start off with just sort of a promo of, listen, you don't understand, I'm rough, and this is what I want. I want tonight for this fight to be a barbed wire match. Yeah. Someone's going to get hurt. And we need Kita in there. Bringing it heavy. Some good old style Japanese death match. It should probably not be too long. 17 minutes seems fine. Barbed wire matches actually, it's funny that its intensity is so high because honestly it's probably not actually that intense when you think about it. It's just barbed wire ropes. Half of the actual barbs aren't even that sharp, but it looks intense. It's like exploding death matches. Where it's like like pyrotechnics. It's not actually as intense as it looks, but it still ends up being a fun time. All right, so Jasmine has a win over Kita, because Jasmine would probably be, if we were to continue after the Takano May match, would be the next big challenger for the Speed title. And I would probably give it to her so that May could move on to try to propel her to the main event. And it might be an early push. We might be a real hot shot, but that's how I would book it. So we're going to give Jasmine a win to give her credibility to fight May later. Now, we need a promo. It's going to sound like it's a challenge, but it's really an appeal from Nishimura to Okabe of, please, I don't want to have this match. I just want my friend back. And Okabe's like, there is no friendship anymore. I need to put you out. And the only way we can do it is a I Quit match. So that's going to be the match type. And it's Nishimura and Okabe in an I Quit match. Okabe is going to win and put Nishimura behind her. And it's going to be a brutal 21-minute match. Unfortunately for Nishimura, she's lost everything. She's lost her friendship. She's lost her tag partner. Now she's going to lose the match and be put to the wayside. And Okabe is going to move on to better things. And that's how we're going to conclude that. We have, what other feud do we have that we need to put away as well? Poison Tano, Jasmine Kita. So it might be up to the main event now. Or the co-main event. So it's a tag. I think this is just a regular tag. Nothing special to it. I mean, we could do like weapons or this and that, but I think it's just going to be a normal match between Banshee and Hydra versus our challengers here. Oishi and Okuda. Okuda is still dangerous in terms of her fatigue, and that's why we don't want it to be really that much. Banshee and Hydra are going to still win. It's going to be a shorter match. I think they're going to retain still. We've had them going back and forth, kind of making them even. But, did I set that to 10 minutes? No, 15. Perfect. So that gives us a victory. After that, they're going to celebrate. Hopefully, they don't get burned out from that, but we will see. And then to our main event, which I don't think we need to do anything. I mean, we could do it a cage match. Let's do it a cage match. Why not? Poison versus the champion, Tano. And let's make it a long one. 26 minutes sounds good. Cage door to cage climb. I mean, so it's heel versus heel. I'm going to do this. I don't know who's going to be. We're going to do a cage climb. Someone's escaped the cage. I don't know who's going to win, but someone's going to win the Goddess Champion. They both are so even. We will see who wins this. I could see Poison overpowering Tano. I see Tano also just escaping. So that's kind of fun. That gives us everything for the show. So we had anyone that we have not put on the show? Tanaka, Ito, Lotus, and Kinjo. So let's just to get the potential highest that we can. Let's have Tanaka and Ito. Well, we'll do Lotus. Have a match, exhibition match. We'll have Tanaka win in like 12 minutes or something. And we're gonna move that so it's not the main event. I don't want that there. We'll put it like I'm fine with that right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so that gives us everything for the pay-per-view. I'm hoping it's a 45. I don't know. I'm actually worried about the main event, but we will see. The show starts off pretty strong with a 43 after Tanaka retrieves the item in a ladder match and becomes number one contender for the JPF Speed Championship, which is our undercard title. This does pretty well. Everyone's okay in it. The champion does the best with, or not the champion, with the winner does the best with a pure 2 and a superstar look. Gains 150 fans. Nobody loses any, which is nice. Afterwards, she does very good in a celebration. Gets a 45 as she celebrates that final win there of retrieving the briefcase and becoming the challenger, moving on up in the story here for her. And we have Leia versus May. Match is underwhelming. It's a best of 3. Both of them struggle. May had a 35. Her stamina was the problem. We could see that her stamina gave out. It had that yellow there. She gains 150 fans. Leia doesn't lose anybody, but we did suffer a little bit from that fatigue issue kind of coming into play. We thought we were okay with it, but I guess not. May, though, does retain and maintains being the speed champion. Afterwards, Takano comes out to challenge May. Segment is not really anything to talk about. It's a 33. It's about average for us. A little under average, actually. And Takano, not like harshly, but just kind of making May know that she has to fight her next. After that, we have an exhibition match with our former champion, Tanaka, versus Lotus. It's 42. It's not bad. Lotus only has a 39, and Tanaka has a 47. Does pretty well. She's got that pure 2 superstar look, cool factor, gains 150 fans, and gets a win, just giving her something to do on the show. After that, we got Jasmine saying that she needs to do this hardcore barbed wire match. And she looks great out there with a 42. Got a cool factor. As a Gaijin heel, she's just cool. And she's exuding that. And Kita accepts. They throw the barbed wire around. And Kita and Jasmine have a match. It's a 42. It's not bad. Jasmine beats Kita, gets a 38. And Kita also has a 38. And combined with the feud and all the bonuses, they got a 42. Pretty good, and that's better than you would expect from both of them. So awesome. Probably both pretty fatigued at this point after doing a barbed wire match. After that, we got Nishimori calling out Okabe as sort of his last-minute plea. Just does horribly. Nishimori gains some fans from this, but to just a charisma hole that this does not do very well for us at all. The match is better. It's an I Quit match. Okabe beats Nishimura. Nishimura only has a 34. Okabe has a 46. Her stamina affecting her, or it might be depleted at this point. I don't know if I think the yellow is just depleted. Gains 150 fans. Nishimura loses nobody. And Okabe kind of puts Nishimura and our tag team aside. In our semi-main event, we have Banshee and Hydra versus Oishi and Okuda. Match is pretty damn good at a 47. The energy factor coming into play here for Banshee. But Hydra is very strong in this, and at a 52. Oishi's fine at 45, and Okuda also having some energy issues at a 36. Small gain in fans. The championship and a team boost giving us a 47 altogether. Both teams gain some experience. Unfortunately, the prestige of the belt goes down a bit. Obviously, Hydra and Banshee not really doing well for the title. Something we have to keep a mind, or we have to keep a looking out on if we were to continue. Afterwards, they celebrate. It's a 40. Not bad. Not much to say about it, though. And in our main event, we have Poison versus Tano. And in this match, Poison, we have set this to random, overpowers Tano and beats our champion, becoming the new goddess champion. She has a 42. Her stamina definitely affecting her at this point. Tano had a 47, but loses 2,000 fans from this match, whereas Poison gains 2,000. Looking very good out there. The match ends up being a 51. We lose some prestige from the belt, though, with Poison not apparently being a credible winner of this. So big shakeups. Gets us a 43. It's not bad. But it is, we got our 2 trophies, the bronze and our silver for booking in Japan and booking 10 total matches. Some losers in this, but you know, we said we wanted a 45. I think a 43 is not too shabby. We get a ton of game points and some more gold coins, so we would be well on our way to getting close to potentially getting a new wrestler to shake things up. We would need 10 points to get one from Athena if we were to continue. That would be sort of the goal next. Those feuds ended hot, so we will end those and gain those fans. That sort of final performance was excellent for that. abysmal for that one. Lost some fans there, and nothing on that. So that kind of sets the final tone here, with Banshee and Hydra still being the duo's champion. Kita losing some fans. Tanaka losing a ton of fans. Takano losing some fans, even though she won, which is weird. May moving up with some fans. The big winner was Poison, who gained almost 4,000 fans since we started booking, and Tana losing about 4,000 in the process. So some big winners, some big losers, but that was our tour of the JPF in Wrestling GM. It's a lot of fun to book this. I hope you guys enjoyed it, enjoyed the change of pace in terms of fantasy booking on the channel, and doing something a little bit new. Definitely was a lot of fun to put it together. So thank you all for joining and watching this. If you're new to the channel and you're just on the series, I do a ton of other fantasy booking videos, primarily for Total Extreme Wrestling, where we fantasy book Billy Corgan's NWA, and we're just about to start a new save booking Azteca Underground. So if you're a fan of Lucha Underground, you might be interested in looking at that. There's going to be some links in the screen right now for you to start watching the NWA. So I highly recommend you start there. We're also going to be doing a long save at one point, where we're going to be taking a local to global save and actually booking a company all the way through the 70s on. So that should be interesting, exciting to see as we go forward in the channel. So if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when we have new episodes show up. It does support and help the channel out a lot, especially with the algorithm. There's a lot of new wrestling games coming out that we're going to be looking at. So if you're interested in fantasy booking, interested in wrestling, interested in the stories that we can tell through wrestling games, please go ahead and subscribe and join us. Thank you all for joining me, and have a great day.